ちゃん、赤道儀お願い。
Yeah, got it.
固定したら次は共闘だね。
Asuho and I start setting up the telescope together. By the time we finish preparing, the rooftop is shrouded in darkness. The sun was setting just a short while ago, but it's dark already. The days are getting shorter. What appears after the sunset beyond the buildings of various shapes and sizes in the shopping district is the stars. It feels that our training camp has really begun. This club activity will be an unforgettable experience. The fact that there is a starry sky here is proof.
秋の星座って夏に比べると明るい星も少ないし、寂しい星座が多いんだよ。だからちょっと物悲しく感じるかもしれないけど。
Even the Milky Way, which looked like fried bread on Tanabata, has become little more than a thin stream. Orihime and Hikoboshi have both migrated to the west, as if stepping down from their stage in the heavens.
だけどね、私は秋の星空が好きなんだ。四季の星座の中で一番好きなんだよ。だって秋の星座の神話はとてもロマンチックだから。
High up in the east is Pegasus, forming the square of Pegasus. Located below it is Andromeda, sharing one of Pegasus's square sides.
アンドロメダ座の中には有名なアンドロメダ大星雲があるんだよ。肉眼でも見えるから探してみてね。このアンドロメダ座にカシオペア座、ケフェウス座、夏に流星群を観測したペルセウス座の4つは古代エチオピア王家の4星座って呼ばれてるんだ。どんな神話か聞きたかったら言ってね。アンドロメダ姫の恋物語を一晩中語って聞かせちゃうから。
Asuho would probably continue talking even if we didn't want to hear that so enthusiastic she is. I feel relieved that she's cheered up.
今夜の天体観測は皆星さんのディナーショーなの？でしたら夕飯は屋上で食べることになりますね。それでもいいけど、今夜のディナーはお父さんが用意してくれてるよ。
時間になったらみんなでアスホくんの喫茶店に移動の予定だよ。
お代はいらないからたくさん食べてね。そういうわけにいかないでしょ。
Why not?
ごちそうにならないと退部勧告するからね。どんな脅迫よ、まったく。
What if I opposed her? Will she make me quit the club then?
ようちゃんも遠慮なんかしたらお父さんがバイトクビにするかもしれないよ。
I get it already. I accept the favor without complaint.
ではごちそうになった帰りにシャワーでも浴びてきます。それがいいかも。
So we are going to finish stargazing early?
そんなわけないじゃない。夜が明けるまで続けるつもりだよ。生徒会役員として賛同しかねるわね。こももちゃん、まだいたんだ。あくまで私を退部させたいわけね。姉さんがお堅いことばかり言うからですよ。合宿の間くらい天体観測を楽しみましょう。まだ星は苦手なんだけどね。というか不純な動機で入部したあなたに言われたくないわ。ようちゃん、心配しなくたってね。私たちは夕食の時間も天体観測を続けられるんだよ。
How?
こうやってだよ。
Asuho shows me a cute camera.
今日はね、みんなで天体写真を撮ってみようと思うんだ。これならご飯食べてる間もオート撮影できるからね。撮影の種類は静止撮影とか追尾撮影とかいろいろあるけど、まずは適当にやってみよっか。適当でいいんだ。
天体写真は慣れることが何より大切だからね。
Asuho and Okaizumi set up the tripod, platform, remote control into the movie camera.
先に言っていただければ私たちもカメラを用意したんですけど。思いついたの今日だったから。合宿はまだ続くし、やってみて気に入ったら明日持ってきてね。
What about using cameras on mobile phones?
望遠鏡とか三脚に取り付けるのは無理だけど、うまく固定できれば撮れるんじゃないかな。
大抵は真っ暗にしか映らないんだけどね。ただひばりが崎の星空は明るいからうまくいくかもしれない。
ちなみさんがいたら UFO 撮影に燃える展開ですね。
アスホくん、カメラとヒーターはセットしたよ。
それじゃあクランプ閉まってるか確認してからピントを合わせましょう。
Leaving the real astronomical photos to Asuho and Okaizumi, we just take shots with our phones pointed up at the night sky. Looking through the small finder, we search for the square of Pegasus. I find the 4 stars contained in the so-called Ethiopian royal family before opening the shutter. Looking at it like this feels as if I'm following the legend itself. If I knew the story, would I have found it romantic? Unfortunately, I don't know much about Princess Andromeda. I can retell the Tanabata legend by heart, but Orihime and Hikoboshi have already left the stage. Perhaps I won't ever see her again.
ようちゃん、どう？うまく撮れた？
Asuho observes me while standing on my right. Nah, it was just about to start.
撮影の準備終わったんだけど、よかったらこっちで撮ってみる？
Oh, you sure?
もちろん。部員みんなに順番に撮ってもらおうと思ってたしね。だからまずはようちゃんからだよ。
Under Asuho's instructions, I look through the camera finder and open the shutter. As the sky is a lot darker compared to daylight, we leave the shutter open for a few minutes to allow the starlight to hit the CCD. That's probably the reason why camera phones don't take pictures of the sky very well. Whilst waiting for me to finish, the other members are fiddling around with their phones and peering into the sky with their binoculars, all enjoying themselves.
写真って天体写真に限らず、今のこの瞬間をため置くってことだよね。星空は人の一生のうちにほとんど変わらなくても、やっぱり撮る人によっては違った形で写真に残る思い出みたいに、大切な過去の記憶みたいに。
While listening to Asuho's murmuring, I engrave the stars in my memories as they glitter one by one.
お待たせ、ようちゃん。
Yeah, I waited a while.
お迎えありがとうね。
After eating at the Milky Way, we split up temporarily to take baths. Those who lived close by, namely Asuho, Aoi and me, went back home, whereas the other members went to a public bathhouse. As the roads were dark, Okaizumi and I were tasked with seeing off the girls.
次は葵さんだね。
I'm in charge of Asuho and Aoi.
冷えないうちに歩こっか。
Asuho's hair is glossy wet from her bath, reflecting a faint glow as we walk along the street. It's a breathtaking spectacle.
ようちゃん、早く来ないと置いてっちゃうよ。
I neglect my job as I delve into my own thoughts. When I start moving, Asuho casually aligns herself on my right.
待ちました。
Aoi was standing in front of her house. Did we keep you waiting?
すでにそう言いました。
I figure that it's more polite to repeat it.
しっかりと待ちました。
Really?
葵さん、私服に着替えたの？はい。学校だと寝るとき以外は制服じゃないと警備員に部外者と間違われるよ。問題はありません。
You might not care, but it's going to cause Okaizumi-senpai and Hisakaki trouble, you know. Being the club president, Okaizumi is responsible for the Tenkuru, while Hisakaki is an SRC member who upholds public image.
それがですね。
Aoi continues, sounding apologetic.
学校には戻れなくなりました。
Why is that? Asuho and I are puzzled.
両親が今になって猛反対しました。学校に泊まるなんて不良だとかで。
Aoi-san, are your parents really protective or something?
そのくせ仕事で子供を放置する自分勝手な親です。今回も一度は認めたくせにすぐ撤回する勝手ぶりには辟易です。ご両親を悪く言っちゃダメだよ。
Are you still discussing this with them?
はい。
Then I guess we'll have to split up tonight, Aoi-san. You can participate tomorrow too. If your parents agree, you can stay out for at least one night. Aoi gives us a small bow.
ブーンを祈っていてください。
Yeah, I hope you can rejoin us as soon as possible.
また明日。おやすみなさい。おやすみなさい。
Aoi goes back inside her house.
ようちゃんの方は平気？
Shino-san always gives her consent with a smile. In fact, she even gave me a muffin to snack on.
ちなみちゃんはお兄ちゃんがいなくて寂しがってるんじゃない？
She said she wanted to participate too, but I rejected her.
今のようちゃん、きっと葵さんのご両親と同じ顔になってるよ。
That's not true. I chase after Asuho, who has walked on ahead with a smile. Are we going to continue taking photos on the rooftop?
そうだよ。長い時間シャッター開けっぱなしにして写すと円を描いた星の写真が撮れるの。ほうき星みたいで味わい深いんだよ。
The stars we photographed were just little dots.
今やってる静止撮影じゃなくて追尾撮影だったからね。望遠鏡についてる赤道儀を使って動いてる星を追いながら撮影してたんだよ。だから私たちが見たままの星空が映るんだ。
Though it didn't really work well.
赤道儀をうまく扱わないとブレちゃうからね。でも慣れてくればきっと成功するよ。星座だけじゃない、星雲や星団なんかも撮影できるようになる。ようちゃんにだってひばりが崎の星空を手に入れられるんだよ。
When that time comes, I might be grasping them with my own telescope and camera.
その写真がようちゃんの大切な思い出になってくれると嬉しいな。
Asuho murmurs quietly. No one else was on the rooftop. It seems that Okaizumi's group hasn't arrived yet. So we wait until everyone comes back? Can we leave the camera like this? I'm looking forward to what sort of photos it will produce. She suddenly went quiet. Asuho? Asuho is silent, as if she's just been cornered. This mood, an atmosphere that's difficult to breathe in. The tension derived from the premonition of what's to come. Oh, yeah! Even my voice sounds nervous. Since we have some time, why don't you tell me about some autumn legends? Asuho should return to normal if I say this. She doesn't turn back.
他に話あるの。
My heart cries out.
人いないしちょうどいいかなって。
Asuho is looking down, not at me. Her eyes are focused on the area around my knees.
あのね、私ね。
Why? I wonder. I don't want to hear it. What's that? I want to block my ears from what Asuho is about to say.
ようちゃんのことね。
Oh, is it confession time? Despite my heartbeats growing louder, they don't block her voice as it pierces through my eardrums.
えっと、
I can't take any more of this.
あの、
I want to run away.
私。
However, Asuho raises her eyes. Upon locking her gaze onto me, my limbs get bounded by chains.
私。
Even my heart feels constricted.
私。
I could only wait for Asuho's words.
なんでもない。
What? I feel strength leave my limbs.
恥ずかしくて言えないよ。
Jeez. The tension suddenly drops. Come on, seriously?
お、二人とも戻ってるね。
お待たせしてすみません。ほんと、銭湯でのぼせそうになったわよ。
Okaizumi's group has arrived.
小雨が甘えるせいで出るに出られなくて。
What do you mean by I took advantage?
聞きたいですか？
Yes.
聞いたら蹴るわよ。
おや、葵さんだけ見えないね。
She ended up being unable to sleep over due to family circumstances, though she's coming again tomorrow. Asuho is by herself, acting depressed.
チャンスだったのに、私のバカ。
We finish the astronomical photos by 11. It's colder compared to summer, so we manage to persuade Asuho into calling it a day. Returning to our club room, we change into our casual clothes as opposed to pajamas. Okaizumi and I get pushed outside, and the girls start changing first. We switch roles when it's our turn to change. Then we move the desks in the multimedia room to create sleeping space. The girls' and boys' territories were denoted with a row of desks. Well, I was expecting that. Both sides have a door, so one side wouldn't disturb the other when someone wants to go to the toilet. And just like that, it was lights out. The club room becomes completely silent. I lie there, sleepless. As I turn over, I pick up the thing that was lying beside my pillow. I found it after opening my bag while changing. A simple yet cute letter. The contents were: I'll be waiting on the rooftop at night after everyone is asleep. Just one line. No name. No date. So I don't know if the letter refers to tonight. However, if I don't show up, the other person might be waiting all night on the rooftop. Well, that's just a guess. The only thing that's clear was that this was addressed to me. I hear sounds of the door opening. Someone just went out. I decide to move too. I look at my phone, confirming that a significant amount of time has passed since lights out. Everyone else is probably asleep. I leave the room after changing into my uniform quietly, in order to not wake everyone. My goal is the rooftop. I probably know who the sender of this letter is. There was only one opportunity when she could have snuck it into my bag. Before we went to bed, when we were changing. The only other instance when I wasn't with her is bath time. That's why I know. This is connected to the fact that she wanted to say it on the rooftop but was unable to. Nervous. Throat parched. Hesitant. However, I also have something to talk to her about. I wanted to confirm her feelings. I wanted to put an end to this tantalizing and helpless situation. What's going to become of me once I put an end to it? In a sense, I'm also verifying my own feelings. I will have to come up with an answer. I step outside onto the rooftop. As the telescope is packed up, it feels barren. The glow of the starlight is as bright as ever. If anything, the light feels stronger than before. I walk underneath the glow, and she's waiting up ahead, waiting for me. Asuho starts speaking after I stop walking.
私ね、ようちゃんとひばりが崎で再会したとき、最初はわからなかった。ようちゃんが私の店に来て、ちなみちゃんと一緒にメニューで悪戦苦闘して、ようちゃんの名前を聞いて、それでも確信が持てなかった。私はようちゃんがようちゃんだってわからなかったんだ。ようちゃんが成長していたせいかもしれない。それでも大切だった思い出を面影と照らし合わせて、私は思い出したかった。正直ショックだったんだよ。すぐに思い出せなかったのがショックだった。私の初恋は風化しかけてたんだなって。
Under Hibarigasaki's starry sky was Asuho, a girl who symbolizes the light. Asuho's figure feels in harmony with not only the starry sky, but the clear blue sky as well. Asuho is surely the embodiment of Hibarigasaki's sky itself.
だけどね、再会したばかりの頃は風化してたのかもしれないけど、またようちゃんの近くにいられるようになって、こうしてそばにいられるようになって、そしたらね、風化していた記憶が戻っていったんだ。色が戻っていったんだ。わかるんだ。欠けたピースが埋まっていくみたいに。朝一緒に登校して、昼一緒にご飯食べて、夕方一緒に店のお手伝いして、そして夜一緒に星見をして、一つ一つピースが埋まっていったんだよ。そのパズルはね、きっと完成するとやっぱり恋って読めるんだ。だからね、これが最後のピース埋めてくれるかはあなたに任せます。
She's been at the training camp.
ようちゃん。
I'm afraid of what's coming. I don't know how I should respond. I have no idea how to answer. I want to run away from Asuho. However, if I run away, I will regret it for the rest of my life.
好きです。私と付き合ってください。私を彼女にしてください。皆星アスホを 小笠原陽の恋人にしてください。
I answer, yeah, sure. The words come out unexpectedly smooth. Asuho is surprised. I'm surprised myself. What is this? I'm sure my body has become lighter. My heart is content. That peace is not only for Asuho, but for me as well. I see. I understand now. I certainly feared Asuho. Yet at the same time, perhaps I was waiting for her. The tantalizing and helpless situation might have been from wanting to hear these words. I might have been impatient about wanting to hear them. I had so eagerly looked forward to her confession. At the same time, I didn't have the confidence to respond to her. I feared love. I really am not an honor student. Actually, I'm more like a failure. I should have been able to confess to Asuho myself.
あれ
Asuho shakes her head.
嘘ダメだよ
She shakes her head over and over again.
今のはなしだよ
What? Asuho's shoulders are trembling.
だって
I'm no longer afraid of love. However, this time it's Asuho who's afraid.
陽ちゃんは私を振らなきゃいけないんだ
What?
よ
Why is that?
そうすればやっと私はこの恋を忘れられる
There's no need to forget it anymore.
この思い出の恋を忘れることができるそのはずだったのにどうして
Asuho. Asuho jumps backwards upon hearing my voice.
そっか陽ちゃんは優しいから私を心配してそんな風に受け入れてくれてダメだよそんなことしたらダメなんだよ
Asuho.
断らなきゃダメなんだよ私と恋人になっちゃダメなんだよ
Asuho!
だって陽ちゃん展望台の彼女さんのことが
It's not like that. She's not like that. She really isn't like that. The shoulders I'm holding onto are thin and weak like the autumn Milky Way. That's just what everyone's been saying. I don't actually love her. I feel her trembling from where I'm touching her. Frail like a baby bird. I feel Asuho's fear. She isn't my first love. She is an important friend to me. An irreplaceable friend. However, it doesn't necessarily mean I want to go out with her. We are different from what you imagine, Asuho. Just what is Asuho afraid of? Is this the real form of the hesitation she occasionally shows? I want to remove this misunderstanding once and for all.
本当に
Yeah,
私の勘違いなの
yeah.
でも私がそばにいると陽ちゃんはいつも困ってて顔背けたり視線そらしたり
That's also wrong. I wasn't exactly troubled. I just didn't know how to respond. I'm not good with love. You see, I was really lucky to have been able to see you again in Hibarigasaki. I'm lucky to have you beside me. It's all thanks to you that these feelings were born. That love has been born.
信じていいの
Yeah. The one I love isn't the girl from the lookout, but you, Asuho. Sobs start escaping from Asuho's lips.
なんだろうこれ涙止まらない止まらないよ嬉しくて泣くなんて私初めてだよ
I pull her closer and join our lips. A light kiss. But a long one. Tears continue to flow out of the corners of her eyes as we kissed. In large drops. We can stay like this until she stops crying. If she cries again after the kiss, we can just kiss again. I won't taint Asuho's tears with sorrow. Never. No matter what happens.